Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today, I join Paul Seabun students for their final harvest. Next, I prepared the best cookies ever, my chocolate chip cookies with sea salt. But first, Chocoholics rejoice. At Landgraf Chocolate, they make beautiful small batch handcrafted chocolates, homemade fillings with fresh ingredients. Each chocolate is a work of art and well worth the calorie splurge. Landgraf Chocolates is a family business. We've got Michael Jr., and he has learned all your chocolate trade from the master.
From the master over there.
And you know, you're also the bread chef. You're the chocolate chef. I mean, you've got it going on. Now, where did you begin your chocolate journey?
We started chocolate at, if some of you folks will remember, Shelton Matthews down on Market Street in Boardman there. A lot of history back there. We're friends with Don Matthews, the founder of that.
I mean, those were so beautiful. I mean, you know, and yours are too. I mean, there is truly an artistry that goes into it. I mean, especially your colored ones.
Yeah.
How do you get the different colors, Michael?
It's basically like a special food coloring. We hand paint it into the molds before you put it in the chocolate. It doesn't affect the taste or anything. It just makes them look really, really nice. It's like an extra step, but it makes them look really pretty.
And the chocolates are pure. For like your dark, what kind of blend are you looking for when you make those?
Our chocolates we import from Belgium raw. We temper that here in our machines. We're using in the low 60s for our dark chocolate, 60% cocoa mass, and our milk chocolate is Belgium as well. It's around 37% cocoa mass.
Was it a lot of hit or miss when you guys were coming up with your recipes? Did you just sit around and like eat chocolate all day and say like, well, this has a nice mouth. Oh, this like melts nicely. What were you looking for?
We actually had a day where we met this guy that was like a chocolate salesman, and he brought a bunch of stuff in over at the bread shop, and my dad, myself, and then Russ, the one guy that bakes for us. We were just trying all this stuff.
So this was your scientific panel?
Yeah. It was 3 of us and 100 different kinds of chocolate. So then we actually got this stuff in the mail. We ordered it separate from the stuff that guy brought us. We just knew that it's what we wanted. Like all 3 of us agreed that it was just really good and the flavor that we wanted, and yeah.
How do you get it to be so glossy? Why is it so, yours is so pretty and shiny? How do you do that?
That's just the chocolate being in really good temper, and then the room being the right conditions. So we keep the room at 68 degrees all the time, like no humidity.
Yeah, it's really nice here. I mean, it's really cool.
So we just keep the temperature like really consistent, and then the chocolate tempering machines that we have are great. They hold the chocolate in perfect temper, so then when you mold it every time, it's really consistent. So yeah, like just consistency with the temperature and how you handle the stuff.
You're not in the wine business, are you?
I can't, no. It stinks, I wish. I just found the coolest looking bottle I could find. But
and that is a really nice idea though.
Yeah, like for corporate gifts or like just for people you don't know what the heck to get them for Christmas, you can pick 4 different pieces of chocolate and it'll hang on any wine bottle. So it's a nice little presentation.
That is a cute idea.
Yeah.
And wine and chocolate do go together.
Perfect mix, right?
Now, so what is this called?
This is just our 12-piece box. One thing that we do here, we let you pick your own assortments. I don't do pre-packaged assortments because everybody likes different stuff. And we don't want you to open up a box and have like 3 of the pieces that you really don't want, you know? Yes. So it like personalizes it a little bit more. So yeah, that's just a 12-piece box. I've also got 6-piece boxes. Same kind of deal, just smaller. It looks like a little necklace.
So it's not by the pound, it's by the piece.
Yeah, exactly. Like the 12-piece box is a little bit over a half pound.
Okay.
So like, yeah, and all of our pieces are slightly different sizes. Then that's like a 2-piece box. And this has actually been pretty popular with like for like bridal shower favors or
Boy, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we did them last week for a rehearsal dinner for like the favors at everybody's spot.
So these are like your Willy Wonka bars?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're cool different chocolate bars.
The golden ticket. I don't
There
see
you
that.
go. Yeah, so we sell these in our store every day. We have a bunch of different kinds of nuts and stuff like that in them. And then we've got a few different places in town that you can buy them to. Branch Street Coffee, High Octane Coffee, and then Pressed, which is a little cafe place on YSU's campus. They all carry these. We do all the bars in milky and dark. And the cool thing too is the dark chocolate bars, they're all actually totally vegan. There's no milk product in it, which is, even most dark chocolates do have a little bit of milk
so
product
this is
in there.
perfect for
Yeah,
vegans.
so vegans and then anybody that's like lactose intolerant, you can definitely still have that chocolate and be good to go.
But you have like the coffee topping with the beans. I mean,
Yeah.
this is really nice. And then just the straight.
Just straight solid
Look
chocolate.
at that, they're beautiful. So you guys, you feed all the sins. Wonderful chocolate.
Exactly.
The bread, chef. I mean, they've got all bases covered. They're right here on Western Reserve Road, Southwestern Place, near South Avenue. And I can't thank you. The two Mikes, thank you for having me out.
Yeah, thank you.
And feeding. Oh man, this is great chocolate. You're gonna love it. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor. Well, this is for you, Phil. Happy anniversary!
Cheers.
4 years at the tree. So what have we learned?
It's been a great journey. What we have learned is that people want to come to celebrate here at Magic Tree. We have these beautiful signs for every occasion, and for my wife and I over the last 4 years, to be able to do what we've done for the community with fundraisers has been very dear to our heart.
And what do you see coming up in the future?
Well, we have a huge building. We have incredibly good craft beer, incredibly good food we make from scratch, and our wine on tap. We have something for everybody here at Magic Tree Pub and Eatery. I want everyone to come down and let us create a memory for them.
That's right. And I love that they have the trays to go. Party, pick it up, take it to the office, take it at home, and you can party at the tree no matter
That's
where
right.
you are. Congratulations. Good
Cheers.
job.
Part of growing up in Youngstown is growing up with Rowley Brothers Markets. Even friends who have moved out of town come to shop and say hi when they're home for a visit.
And my family has always shopped at Rowley's, and today they are still my favorite grocery store. My recipes depend on the best ingredients, and that's why I get them at Rowley's, where you'll always find the freshest food at the best prices.
Rowley Brothers is a proud sponsor of the Casey Malone Show. The quality that customers have come to expect is true local flavor.
All day, you pursue your dreams. And all day, I pursue mine. Knowing we are always there for each other. You are my best friend, my true love. Together, we shine twice as bright. The Ever Us Two-Stone Collection, Forevermark, a diamond is forever. Available at Kamara Jewelers.
Today, I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel because there are so many chocolate chip cookie recipes out there. But I needed to make a better one. Well, I was traveling with my mother. We were in Los Angeles, and we had eaten at this great restaurant called The Misfit. And it was down in Santa Monica, and they don't serve desserts. So when we got the bill, the waitress brings over cookies. And it was chocolate chip cookies with sea salt. And honestly, they were the best cookie I've ever eaten. So my mother says, you better get on this recipe. You've got to make these on the show. So I scoured the internet. I went through all my cookbooks and I was trying to make the best cookie recipe. And I think I have finally come up with one. There was a lot of errors, but now I have found success. This cookie is absolutely the best chocolate chip cookie you will ever eat. So let's get started because you are going to love this and thank me later. For this recipe, you'll need 2 cups of cake flour, 1 2/3 cups bread flour, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of sea salt, and you'll also need additional for sprinkling on the cookies, 2 1/2 sticks of unsalted butter, 1 1/4 cups light brown sugar, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 10 to 16 ounces of dark chocolate chips. Well, before we start mixing the butter and sugars, let's combine the flours. And we're also going to add the baking soda, the baking powder, and the sea salt. Ooh. And we will just mix this together. And we'll set this aside. All right, because we're gonna add this in a little bit. Now I've softened the unsalted butter, so we are gonna add this to the bowl of my mixer. I know it seems like a lot of butter and a lot of ingredients, but this makes a lot of cookies. And then we are going to add both sugars, the granulated and the brown sugar. All right, got that going. So now we'll put this down. Make sure you use the paddle attachment. And then I'm going to put this on medium. And we're gonna let this mix for 5 to 7 minutes until it's really creamy. That looks good. So now let me scrape it down one more time. And now we will start to add the flour and the dry ingredients. Now you don't want these to get gluey. So we're just going to be adding a little bit at a time until it's thoroughly mixed together, and then we'll stop. It will take, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 seconds because we don't want to overbeat this dough. All right, so I'll put it on low and I'll start adding the flour a little bit at a time, just on low. All right, so there you have it. You just don't want to over mix the dough. It's like bread or pie crust. Now I think the secret to these chocolate chip cookies are the dark chocolate. I am a big fan of the dark chocolate. Now if you like the bittersweet or the milk chocolate, you can customize it to that. But these are a darker chip. Ghirardelli makes a really nice one. Even Nestle and Hershey's has dark. And this is a 12-ounce bag. And we will just mix these together. We don't want to break them up too much until it is thoroughly combined. And then, we're not putting these in the oven. These are going to need to chill for about 6 to 8 hours. That, I think, is the secret to really great chocolate chip cookies. So I've double wrapped the dough. And now I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. But I'm not going to make you wait 8 hours until it's cold because I made one last night. So we'll unwrap this. It is nice and chilled, let me tell you. And we will start preparing these cookies. I really don't like a big cookie, so I go about an inch ball, about an inch size of my knuckle. And they don't spread much, so try to keep them consistent. Roll them in ball because this is a nice chilled dough. And then we'll just put them on the cookie sheet. Make sure you use parchment. That way you can reuse it and you don't have added grease or butter. Preheat your oven to 350. And we'll get this sheet ready to go. Now I'm not going to flatten the cookies, but I just pressed down a little bit and I'm going to put the sea salt on now before I put them in the oven. This is my favorite sea salt, Malden. It's from Malden, England. They're right there by the sea, and it's so flaky. It's the best to cook with, and it works perfectly on these cookies. So you just sprinkle a little bit on each cookie, see? Not a whole lot. There's no iodine in this salt. And you want to make sure that it sticks. So if you need to, just press a little bit in. So the salt is on. I'm going to put these in the preheated oven of 350 for 17 minutes. You might want to start checking it at 15 if your oven isn't consistent. Make sure you put it on the middle rack. And these cookies will be done in a little bit. So after baking, let them cool on the sheet for about 10 minutes and then move them over to a cooling rack. And wait till you taste these. These are so warm. Perfect mix of sweet and salt, a little bit of crunch, but a little bit of chew. These are outstanding. Don't take my word for it. My cameraman, Bill, he said it was the best chocolate chip cookie he has ever eaten. You are gonna love this. Go to my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com, and look for the recipe for my chocolate chip cookie with sea salt. Cheers. Oh, God.
We love the Casey Malone Show.
Hi everybody, I'm Danny, owner and operator of Cthulhu Prime Meats, a third-generation butcher shop that not only specializes in quality, but also in customer service and doing things in a new technological way. Chris here is our customer service manager. Chris, what do you think that we do differently than any other grocery store?
I think we personally not only offer great product, but we can offer a great customer service experience as well. We try and treat all our customers like they were family and friends, ask how their family's doing just so they can keep in touch, and give them that customer experience that they deserve.
And the nice part is we not only do that inside the store, but also on CthulhuPrimeMeats.com, where you can buy a lot of our products that we carry here, whether it be grass-fed beef, organic chicken, some of our specialty burgers and bacon. Those are wonderful, and we're going to provide that same customer experience online as we do in store.
Come see us in store or online. Make your next meal one to remember.
Cerny means trucks. For over 50 years, the Cerny family has been the area's leader for medium and heavy-duty international trucks. New or pre-owned, Cerny means trucks. Easy to find. Cerny Motors is conveniently located at Route 46 and 80. At Cerny Motors, no job is too big or too small. Cerny Motors service will keep you on the road. For service, parts, sales, lease, or rental, Cerny means trucks.
Hurry into a Spitzer location near you to enjoy the lowest prices of the year on some of our best-selling 2016 models. You can save thousands on your new vehicle with the Spitzer Model Year-End Sales Event. Spitzer, saving you more since 1904.
Pursue your passion for craft beer at Mortals Key Brewing Company in Jamestown. We've unlocked old world recipes with the finest ingredients, small batch care, and an artistic nonconformity. Enjoy craft brews by award-winning brewmaster Sean McIntyre. Open all year. Visit our tap room across from Pymatuning Lake. Find some freedom. Mortals Key Brewing Company.
There's a new standard in assisted living.
One that combines comfort, luxury, convenience, and the highest quality expert care.
Your loved ones can experience it now in Canfield's premier senior living location.
The Inn at Ironwood offers fine dining and amenities such as a concierge, salon, housekeeping, and laundry services.
And a truly elegant setting in Canfield.
Call us for more information or visit us and take a tour.
The Inn at Ironwood, Canfield's premier senior living location.
Hurry into a Spitzer location near you to enjoy the lowest prices of the year on some of our best-selling 2016 models. You can save thousands on your new vehicle with the Spitzer Model Year-End Sales Event. Spitzer, saving you more since 1904.
Well, today I'm here with Mrs. Paul's third grade class here at Paul C. Bunn Elementary School in Youngstown. And this is going to be the final picking for the garden that they have outside. So we're going to cut some fresh greens. We are going to make a nice, big, healthy salad, and we are going to enjoy it for lunch. You guys have been farming all year long, huh? So now it is time to harvest. Sammy Winnick is a great supporter of the Youngstown City Schools, and you're a former teacher with 30 years in the school system.
That's right. I taught for 30 years in special education, and most of the years were in this building in one form or another. About in 2003, we started this garden.
The kids are really excited about it. I mean, how have you seen them transformed, taking care of the garden and, enjoying the harvest?
Well, the kids have been very, very active, particularly this year in the garden. A lot of the classes have started new plantings here in the fall. We do plant in the spring as well, but when the kids came back this year, we did some harvesting from what grew over the summer, and then the kids were able to start new things that the cole crops, the crops that like it a little bit cooler, like lettuce, spinach, peas, radishes.
All right, Janice, the first thing I'm going to need you to do, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. But I'm a big fan of cider. Cider is everywhere. It's easy to find. 1/2 cup of olive oil, preferably extra virgin. Now, while you're doing that, I am just going to add a couple grinds of pepper. And here is my favorite kind of salt, Malden, but you could use any salt. Look at what a good job she did. It's all blended perfectly. All right, let's hear it for Janice. Good job.
Well, we have our fresh lettuce from the garden, of course, that we picked and we cleaned ourselves, so it's all ready to go. And then we kind of decided on some vegetables that the kids would enjoy.
Okay.
So we have carrots.
Do you like carrots?
No. And celery.
Now, Willa, you told me you have a garden at home too, right?
Mm-hmm. And sometimes the red tomatoes wouldn't grow very well.
Do you like apples, Julius?
Yes.
Do you like carrots?
Yes.
Craisins?
No.
No, craisins, man. You guys are going to love craisins. There we go, Malachi. Do you like craisins?
Yes.
Let's hear it for Malachi. You like dill? And do you have a garden at home? And how did your garden do this year?
Good.
Good. What was the favorite thing that came out of your garden?
The carrots.
I think that'll be enough. Okay. Good deal. Mr. Bond is the principal here at Paul C. Bunn Elementary School. And you got to try our salad. What did you think?
I did. It was excellent. I thought the boys and girls did a wonderful job. And I thought it was a very valuable experience for them.
Well, it's my understanding that when you first started here a few years ago, you were eating almond bark for lunch and that you really didn't have good, healthy eating habits.
I have not been the most healthier eater in my life, but recently in the last couple months, I've kind of turned that around.
And probably thanks to, Mrs. Paul's class. You're helping with the garden, and how do you like the healthy eating?
I really, I enjoy it. I found that there's a lot of foods that I find satisfying now that I haven't in the past. And, there's things out there to eat that aren't necessarily fattening and full of sugar and additives and things like that just aren't very good for you.
Well, a few weeks ago, I ran into Mrs. Paul, and she was telling me about the garden and the program that they had here at Paul C. Bunn. And I agreed to come out, and when you called, I couldn't believe we still had lettuce in that garden. Oh. And so did you help spearhead that for your classroom?
Yes. Sammy has been working in the garden for a long time, and I've always admired the work she's done out there, and I've always thought that the kids should get more and more involved. So we decided this year that we would plant some lettuce. out there and see what happened in the fall. So we planted it and we kind of took good care of it, checked on it and everything, and it grew really well, and we were surprised at the crop that we had out there. So we made a plan to create a salad together, and then I thought it would be fun if we invited you in because you're so fun on TV and you do so many creative things. I thought you'd enjoy being with our class.
Well, I really did. I mean, I really appreciate you thinking of me. Now, when you grow this, you start from seed.
Yes. The children planted the seed and they decided where to plant it, and we talked about the importance of planting it correctly and reading the directions and doing what it said. And so they went out there and they planted the seed and they decided how to plant them, and then we checked on them periodically because it doesn't take a lot of work to take care of lettuce, and we were amazed at how much we had out there.
What other things do you teach in third grade? You know, what skills are you looking for to enhance for third grade level?
Third grade, there's a lot of reading. We begin to work on main idea, and we really begin to take people's point of view and look at things from different people's perspective. And then in math, we do a lot of area, and we do multiplication and division that they seem to enjoy, and they just get to do a lot of like hands-on activities, and so they're very involved in their learning.
Well, as I told Mr. Bond earlier, what a great classroom. You all are to be commended. You're so well mannered, you're so polite, and you are just so kind. And I really do. I want everyone in your classroom to give themselves a round of applause because you guys were wonderful hosts. And I really, really appreciate it. My show is always on. Watch previous segments at CaseyMaloneShow.com. Sponsored by the Ingram Law Office. The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.